All right, damn, I gotta get them back in here. Of course, it ended right when it was getting spicy like that. But we'll see if we can get it popping off again. What's up, Nikki? You're first in. Were you just watching that? That's pretty good, right? Yeah, give it a second, guys. I'm sure everybody will fill back in. This is like my backup account, and that was Suni on her backup account, so you know. Oh, thanks for following, Nikki. Yeah, this is my backup. My other account got scrubbed. That's getting good too. Hey, what's up?
Hey.
I think we got Julius coming in here.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, we'll let him respond to that.
If I'm wrong, if I misheard, cool, I misheard.
What
The
was the
whole pro
question?
white thing.
Yeah, did you say
Did
you
you?
were pro-white? I think Julius,
No, no,
or
no, no. I was saying that there should be nothing wrong with white people saying that they're pro-white. That's what I was saying.
so
Okay.
you're not
Because
pro-white
because because
personally.
I had said that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I had said that. I was my thought process was that it seemed like white people have it harder in America, and I was saying that because. Hold on. I was saying that because when Nick when Nick said when I
That's a
said that,
crazy
that
statement.
they should be allowed to say they're pro-white, Nick said I wouldn't dare say that, and I was like, that's my point. You would not dare say that because of backlash, but it should be okay if a black person
But
says they're
but but
pro-black.
but
It
but
should be
look
okay if a
though.
white person says they're pro-white.
But look though. See,
Please,
there
do
there
you understand that black people get backlash for saying they're pro-black?
Okay, fair. Hey, fair enough. Fair
and not
enough.
hey, not only that, but see, this is why I think context is important because, like I said, connotation, man. When a white person says they're pro-white, the connotation on that is very different than black people saying connotation. I mean, saying they're pro-black. The connotation is different. Like I'm gonna give you an example because I know for sure we know that double standards exist,
Yeah.
right? So, like, amongst a large group of people, people believe in a hierarchy of patriarchy. They believe men are above women, right? And so, in the same way that that exists, and some people will say, well, you got a whole movement called feminism and LGBTQ, whatever it is, right, that is designed to combat patriarchy and other things, masculinity and all of that, right? And so, what my point to tie it all in is white people have not been dehumanized, if that's a word, like black people in America. There is nowhere ever that said white people were three-fifths men. There is nowhere ever where white people had Jim Crow, uh, where they were being disenfranchised, not allowed to vote, barred from economics, not extended capital to be able to create wealth and group and economy amongst themselves. So to say I'm pro-white, I don't have a problem with a white person being proud of their heritage. I believe be proud of your heritage, your ethnic background is a good thing. If you're German and you're from Germany, be proud of your German roots. If you're French, be proud of your French roots. If you're uh, 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 Swiss, Dutch, whatever, be proud of it. But but when they say I'm pro-white, there's a lot of connotation associated with that. People think KKK, white nationalism. People think about the history of what pro-white people in America have done. White people in America are the only group of people that have ever brutalized another group of people based on their pro-whiteness in a systematic way. Like if black people right now beat up a bunch of white people and we say that's racist or prejudice, okay, sure. But where is there a sample of black people systematically and systemically disrupting black people's ability to function civilly?
No, I understand what you're saying, man.
Just to
As I
play
said,
devil's advocate here, though, like we all acknowledge that white people have been in charge, basically. Is it not to say that maybe they wouldn't do it if they had the power and the capability? They just haven't had the opportunity, or are we saying that like? I'm just trying to figure out what we're saying here. You know what I mean? And this is an honest question.
Nah, yeah, I mean, let me see that. So I guess for me, we're just dialogue. We're just having a dialogue, and I think these conversations are good, right? They're healthy because it's finding where we have different perspective and trying to make it mesh, right? Because the goal is to find common ground that uplifts humanity, right?
yeah,
I'm sure we all agree with that, right?
yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, that's
I,
why
I
I don't neglect what you and Sunni are saying. Like again, I'm not trying to play gotchas. I actually really want to understand because over time I've been learning like maybe there's just some things I just don't know, and why people believe in what they believe or what they know, because I don't know it. So I'm always trying to find. I'm like just like you. I'm always trying to find that balance because I really just don't know. So it's nice to hear. That's why when the right and the left like when they argue, there's like talking points on both sides, and no one's like getting nowhere because it's like for example, this is out of pocket, but the pro-life argument. There's always talking points on both sides, even though one side is kind of more factual, but it's still talking points. No one's trying to find like why people feel a certain way about it, trying to understand the solution. There's no solution. It's just like, well, pro-life, pro-choice, it's a baby, it's not. I get it, but what's the solution? And we're not finding that. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
so look though. This is what I'm saying, Julius. So insensitivity is at an all-time high. People are ideologically possessed. They only care about their perspective, and they're very just disregarding of how other people feel, whether it's politics, social philosophy, whatever the case may be. So here's my problem. On the left, I hear the so-called black leaders teaching us an inferiority complex and wanting us to be so hell-bent on seeking some type of reconciliation and repair from the government that there's a lack of accountability being pushed on how we have to take on the responsibility of solving many of our problems. But then here's the problem. On the right, I hear people fall in love so much with that accountability word that they get into a state of delusion and they're not realistic about what black people in America have went through and are extremely insensitive to the fact that for a whole century now, private three-letter agencies within the executive branch of government have targeted black Americans various ways through weaponization of media, through weaponization of academia, through weaponization of opioid distribution and narcotic distribution, through method of uh, 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 welfare, right? Through so many different things, bro. And so to sit back and just be on some, black people just gotta be accountable because we're homicidal and we're participating in gang banging and all of this stuff. It's like, bro, only somebody that's not from that type of environment could even consider saying something like that. Because if you grew up in an inner city community where there was trauma, gang life, drug wars, prostitution, and that's the normal, and it's a cyclical nature. It's a repetition being installed in every single child growing up in that area. And when the
well,
people don't
I
have,
grew up in that.
where you
Like
grew up in Sacramento?
I'm in it right now. I've been in it for like
No,
decades.
where in Sacramento?
Well, I'm not gonna stay on the live and get my locations at, but I'm in the
Well, what I'm
part where
saying,
it's
no, what I'm saying is like Oak Park, Meadowview, G Parkway, Strawberry Manors,
Oak
Del
Park.
Paso Heights.
Oak Park.
Okay, exactly. So you're watching and have been watching the gentrification of Oak Park for the last 10 years, 15 years. So we're talking about a city where, like, hey, you know, the CIA was putting dope in the community, selling it, locking people up, and then selling it right back to the same people that keep selling it. You ever watched the Freeway Ricky Ross story? Bro.
No, but I know.
It's exact. Wait. Exactly.
Right. I didn't
That right
watch it,
there.
but I understand where you're going though, as far as the corruption of the CIA. I can
No,
acknowledge it.
I'm not just talking about the see. No, it's not. It ain't just the corruption of the CIA, Julius. I'm glad that we just discovered or identified, right, that you have not watched the story of Freeway Ricky Ross, and you probably, if you haven't watched that, I won't say I know what you haven't watched, but I will assume, just based on your perspective, the way you think and talk about the situation within the Black community lets me know that you haven't exposed yourself to much of the things that are in the environment you say you grew up in. You probably chose to live a very different life and go in a different direction. That was an anomaly in your community, and that's dope, bro. That's a good thing. But you can't forget where you came from. You
But
can't forget.
that's not to say that, because like so even though I didn't go through all that whatever personally, I got friends that went through that stuff. I grew up around people that went through rough stuff. Like I've seen the drugs, I've seen the crime, I've seen the prostitution, I've seen people with no father. I've seen all of that stuff. I talk to people all the time. I actually talk to my community. That's why I talk the way I do. Cause I actually talk to people. Half of them agree with what I do, what I say. The other half doesn't, and that's fine. We still find common ground to know that sometimes things, excuse my language, I don't like to curse, but we know that shit's fucked up. You know what I mean? So I talk to people all the time. That's why I said.
So let me ask y'all a question. Everybody on the panel. What type of government do you guys think we operate under right now?
A banana republic.
Okay, so Nick said banana republic. Suni, you said fascist.
Yeah, yeah, I would say fashion.
Okay, what about you, Julius?
Corruption. If that's an answer, corruption.
Okay.
What about you, Deontay? What do you say?
I wanna address the gangster star MD guy, because he said some good stuff in the chat, and I want to let him know I don't disagree. He said identification is a prison. You literally can forget where you came from. You can't forget what you fundamentally are on a raw existential level. And I see, hey, shout out to him, right? Because that's very high level thinking. And I know Nick would agree with that, right? That's an enlightened state of thinking. So
Absolutely agree.
I don't disagree with it, but I'm maybe I'm a realist. Maybe I lack optimism, right? But just pragmatically, I think that most people don't achieve that state of thinking. For most people, identification is important. Identification, that sounded like very spiritual. Like what he said was, is vibrating at a different level.
Well, bro, I hope he doesn't get mad if I put this out there, but that's my dude. He used to be a medical doctor until he got sick of all the COVID tyranny. So he literally sees people from the inside out, and it makes sense that he wouldn't see them as anything but,
Yeah, exactly. So I feel what he's saying, bro. But just from a different perspective, what I'm saying is most people care very much about their culture, about their ethnicity, their traditions, their language, right? And you can see that represented through almost every facet of life. The way people eat, right? The branding, the names of their companies, their businesses, their language. They maintain their culture everywhere in the world, even in America. So identification for Black people in America has been a struggle. Right? Certainly we went through an identity crisis. Because what is Black? Black is an artificial term that was created and designated to us. What is every is it just me, or do y'all notice that almost everybody else on the earth knows their history? They can pinpoint where they're from irrefutably without question. They
Oh,
got their
absolutely.
they got their language and their culture intact, or they know at what point in time it changed. They know the migrational patterns of their people. They've retained their history. What does Black in America mean?
Slavery. That's it.
Right?
And they can't tell black folks nothing else.
Because if Black in America means slavery, and see, when
See,
people say they hear victim, these are people that don't.
can you bring that dude on?
These are people
He's
that don't.
been
Yeah, these are people that don't know me. So like I can never
He's not
take any
a victim about either one
insult
of
or
us on
critique in the
Wait,
comments.
who you guys? Wait, who you guys? I can't see comments. It's like
We're
stuck.
talking about Nathan. So look, Deontay has
All I'm just saying real quick for the record, right, is no insult in the comment section can hurt like my feelings. It's
no,
pointless
not
to
at
make an
all.
insult. You're better off just expressing it, and I'm okay with you having a difference of opinion. When for somebody to take my perspective and say they hear victim, right, is
He literally just came in the chat. That and you're missing a whole key component of the conversation, but you're prescribing an opinion when you just brought your ass in here. You won't have
You stepped into the wrong live, son.
Is it?
because I know this guy. You run from conversations with me. You were invited to come on a podcast that I was on. I don't like the way she talks.
Yeah, I have
Listen,
no idea. I can't
you're
see it.
on the right. You follow Tatum. Tatum talks about the atrocities that black people have faced. So for you to say this man is a victim when he's literally came up from his circumstances, teaches financial literacy, it's fucking absurd. It's absurd. You heard 3 words, victim. You are a victim of the right because you can't fathom the fact that black people have gone through crazy things. Yes, we can come up from it. No, we don't have to be a victim of our circumstances, but it's also a mindset. Most of us don't ever come out of that mindset. You know why? Because generations upon generations tell us the same damn thing. So don't be following black conservatives that are breaking out from that mental bondage and then call them a victim in the same tone. And he's not even conservative, but that's my bro. Like, that shit's whack, bro. Y'all are corny.
I appreciate you, sis.
For the record, I cannot see the comments, so I have no idea what you guys are talking about. But I also want to say that I respect both of you guys. I really, I've always respected both of you guys. I don't ever like, try to say you're wrong. You just don't get me. No, I
Not yet,
love
bro. It's
listening to
always
this.
respectful, bro. I have nothing but peace, love, and respect for you, bro. But then that's why
Yeah,
we've always had civil conversations.
yeah, I like learning from you guys. Cause yeah, there's just things I just don't know. I'm black and slow, so I just don't know anything.
Shout out.
I really just don't know what you guys know. So now hear you guys talk about this.
See, I ain't gonna lie. That just sounded crazy as shit to me.
No, I'm just
I'm
messing
gonna
with
keep
you.
it
I'm
all the
just
way
messing with
100.
you.
That's what Jesse Lee Peterson saying. So
Yeah.
he was giving me a little wink, I think, right there.
Yeah, I'm just
Oh, okay.
messing with you.
There was comedy.
Yeah.
See, yeah, I
No,
kind of
but
missed it because I don't watch that. So
yeah. So the point I was making was just that I like learning from you guys because there's things I just don't know. It does put things in perspective, but at the same time, I guess for me, I just try to live, better than I did yesterday. Just to be that example. Yes, I acknowledge that things happen in the past. I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that there's some terrible, terrible things that happen. I try to make up for it by being the best version of myself, and then for my daughter, and just kind of just leading the way, and not keeping
So look, look,
that
look.
mindset of you know, I gotta blame somebody or this was bad. I want to acknowledge those things so I can
No,
say,
no, no, no,
okay,
no, no, no,
how
no.
can I do it
See.
different
Hey,
today?
let me highlight something though, because I don't think anybody in here disagrees with everything you just said. Yo, what's good, Credit Yoda? Um, Nobody disagrees with you, bro. But I think that what you're doing, and I heard Mitch say this yesterday, and I felt what he was saying. I don't know who he was talking to last night. It was me, Mitch. I know DJ was on for a point in time, and I think it was said, but then somebody else was talking. Um, when you say, okay, look, on a personal level, my focus is to be the best version of myself, not make excuses, maximize my opportunities, put myself in the best position to win economically, take care of my family, right? That's what every man should do. But regardless of race, color, ethnicity, whatever the case may be. But what that what that is not is a prescription for societal issues. And when you live in a society, you can either do what most people do, which they are programmed to be apathetic and just disinterested in what's going on in their community, because I'm just living my day-to-day life focusing on me and how can I be the best version of myself. But yet when political issues arise, religious issues arise, people begin to realize that they actually do have an opinion, and they're more interested in the things than they act like they are. And so when we look at what's going on in the communities collectively, society as a whole, Julius, that's not something that can be solved with just your personal solution on how you're going to choose to live your life, because you're a part of a greater society, and there are forces at hand that do things that create scenarios for certain people that it doesn't for others. And I don't know where this notion comes from. Like, I heard you say things in the past have happened, like things aren't happening right now.
Right. There's still evil. There's still evil, wicked people out there now today doing
There will
terrible things.
always be evil, wicked people. See, evil, wicked is a
Absolutely.
generalization. I'm talking about there are still targeted attacks against the black community right now.
Hey guys, can I ask you this question? Julius and I were trying to clarify with Mitch before. A friend of mine, he's black, he grew up in the neighborhood, told me about BLM. Their webpage used to say that they were, what was the word, deconstructing the nuclear family or something like that. Do either of you know that to be true or false?
It is true.
I seen that on their website, and I don't support BLM.
Well, that's why I wanted to bring it up. For any layman out there, maybe some well-intended white person or something, like, where should they stand on BLM as far as the three of you see it? And is this, can you tie this at all to, the reason I bring this up is because today's Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to you, by the way, Deontay, and to your man, Sunni. But it would seem to me if they're trying to break up the nuclear family, a man, a woman, child,
Yeah,
that they are actually one of the bigger problems for the black community as well as society at whole.
yeah. I mean,
Absolutely.
they're trying to do that to everybody.
Yeah. But the black community is having babies, if I understand it, at a less than 25% in wedlock rate. So that's not helping them, especially like at that low of a number. And when they
Hey,
claim
here I
Black
got a
Lives Matter,
question.
it's almost like a slap in the face if that's actually what they're doing, if that's
I
their
got a
mission
question.
statement.
I got a question for you on that, and for the whole panel. Do we think that black people are having babies at the rate they are out of wedlock because that is inherent to their nature,
No.
or do we think that they are doing that because socially engineering a population is possible?
Yeah.
Socially engineering a population is very much so possible.
I would agree. Yeah, I would agree with that too. The only one I
Absolutely.
agree with that is because of why also the whole abortion thing. The whole abortion thing and trying to control the population. That's why there's like the small percentage of black people, because abortion alone takes away that population. And I think that if black people didn't have abortions, we have a whole bigger population. But there would be a bigger population, which is not a bad thing. It just sucks that
Right.
that's how they're doing it.
So okay. So here's the question: if you agree, Julius, that it's the result of social engineering, did the social engineering stop?
No. It's still going on today. I
Is
mean,
that racist?
I would just say it's
Amazing.
evil. I think it's wrong and evil. Why
Oh
can't I just
my
say it's wrong
God.
and
Wait a
evil?
minute. So that is that. Can we agree that is modern eugenics?
Yes, it's absolutely wrong. It's wicked. It's
And what?
evil.
And no,
It's
no. So
terrible.
you know what eugenics is, right?
Basically, to kill a whole generation of people, to kill a whole population, to wipe out an existence.
Right. It's racial genocide. So if there are still institutions working actively today, right now, right, in conjunction with one another as a confederate, right? I'm talking Hollywood. I'm talking major record labels. I'm talking television networks, media companies, right? Coupled with the pharmaceutical industry and with private entities like Planned Parenthood are currently right now creating means of influence through media to promote whoredom, to make marriage disgusting or undesirable, to promote living freely, YOLO, young, wild, and free, it's emasculating males while making women more masculine. All of this is happening right now, and I don't know if you watch VH1, BET, or MTV lately, but go turn on one of those shows. Yeah, I don't know if you look at the listen to the top mainstream rappers or female R&B artists, but Sunni, ain't everybody thotting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all that culture stuff is terrible. What's wrong with the culture? Yeah, it's horrible. What they're promoting to people.
No, but
I'm about to mess the chat up real quick, right? Because people have no problem calling this what it is, right? The Holocaust is something that people don't question. You
I
don't poke
do.
in
I
it.
do, but go on.
You do.
I
I'm
just
making
think
that.
I question it bad.
The Holocaust is something that we give to Jewish people to harp on until tomorrow and years to come. You don't ever say, get over it, pull yourselves up by the bootstraps. You listen to residual effects from their ancestors experiencing Holocaust. Hitler was indeed a racist. You know why? Because he felt Germans were superior to who? To Jews, even though he was a Jew himself.
What the?
How is it that we can understand their plight and give credence to their plight? Because most people won't talk shit about the Holocaust, and I know y'all don't. I will. But this conversation, we're just having the hardest time fathoming why Black people are still going through what they're going through. Yes, it's a choice, but you also have to acknowledge there are lasting effects that have never been dealt with. Never. What's the
So just to
difference?
clarify, BLM no good, right? For the common person, BLM's not
Between
something. Is there any redeeming traits of BLM for like the layman out there, as you three see it? No,
no,
it's just a front organization for manipulating using race.
no. Eugenics wasn't about race. It was about genetics. That's a lie. It was about
That's
race.
race. Genetics is race.
yeah, so you can't like shit like that. That's just an attempt to be combative for no point. I mean, because it's clear, right, that if the objective was to genetically preserve white traits that we would associate with white people, right, and to wipe out or exterminate, right?
Stay living. Man, you hate our country. Bitch, my husband serves the country. Watch your motherfucking mouth.
Uh oh.
Sorry to cut you off. Watch your mouth.
Nah, you good. I mean, it's just
Thank you for the
to me.
service too.
To me, it's like you know, it's that's just a. Hey, listen. I think everybody should watch the Matrix movies
Facts.
just over and over. Go watch Matrix 1, 2, Reloaded, 3, Revolutions, and then even go watch the fourth one. And just if you don't extract from it that the way that you think is programmed, and that you need to question everything that you think, why you think how you think, who taught you to think how you think, where'd you get those thoughts from, right? You need to examine the alternative perspective to what you think you know, because that humans, it is proven that humans are easily programmed.
Hey,
Easily
on that
programmed.
note, real quick, I just want to shout out to Lolo. Lolo, I'm gonna give you one chance to cam up and talk face to face with Suni, because if you want to like keep disrespecting her from the sideline, that's my homegirl. I'm not gonna let that happen. I'm gonna have to kick you out of here. But you know, either stop talking or accept my live request. But you know the
I
consequences if
can't
you
see.
don't.
I can't see the comments, man. I really can't see
Julius,
nothing.
Lolo's been kissing Julius. By the way, if you can't see, Lolo has been coming at you hard. Just drop this live and go start your own, Julius. She loves you. She don't like anybody else though.
Hey, I'm not.
Julius is like that. That ain't me, guys.
I have no idea what's going on. Do not uplift me. I'm a nobody. I'm just a guy. Don't
She,
do that.
she
Don't do
loves
that.
you, brother.
Hey man, no,
That I
hey,
do not like.
hey, 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 no, hey, no negative affirmations, man. You are somebody, bro. You're important. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't
I mean,
speak
but
to,
I'm saying
don't,
to the person who's like trying to like uplift me. Don't do that.
man,
Like,
don't.
don't.
Hey,
Weird. It's
so,
stupid.
somebody else's commentary of you shouldn't dictate how you feel about you.
Well, I mean, I'm a confident guy. I don't like to be like, ooh, Joyce is. Don't do that. Like, stop that. Just listen to people talk. Like, I can't see the comments, but if you're in the comments trying to like talk this about Sony and talk this about Dion, like, stop that. Just listen to people. You can disagree, that's fine. But we're all not going to agree. That's the point of having the conversation. That's what's lacking in America, is listening to other people.
That's facts. I agree with that.
So either stop personally attacking us, especially my girl Suni, or send me a request to come live.
She has the nerve to say, I hate America. What?
Well, that's where I drew the line. That's where I
Hey,
drew
you
the
know what?
line.
Hey, if there's one thing I learned from doing the whole convoy stuff with my lives, people just say wild things just for the sake of just doing saying
Hey,
wild things.
hey,
But
Julius, did I not say you stop focusing on Canada and focus on our own country? Did I not? How many times have I said fuck Canada to y'all? Every time I came in y'all's lives, I'm like, yo, this is whack. Y'all are talking about Canada, bro. Fuck Canada.
yeah, yeah.
Come on. Nah, sorry, she triggered me. Don't say that, bro. Don't do that.
She's
'Cause I
just
would
another latest example for repealing the 19th, right, Suni?
exactly.
Hey, can I say something real quick about
Well,
that?
I,
About the whole
yeah,
convoy thing?
I was gonna
So
say something real quick just about that. Cause go ahead though. Let me just say this because it'll be quick. I feel what Sunni was saying, but the other side of that, the alternative perspective is, what's the quote? Tyranny anywhere is tyranny everywhere.
yeah,
And so the
facts,
so the so the
facts.
opposite end of the stick is, well, if we're witnessing a government that is supposed to be pro liberty and pro privacy, right? And even though Canada isn't really that, but it's still a Western country, right? Part of NATO, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Um, People didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So people chose to respond to that because it was anti-American, and America's goal has been to try to democratize everywhere. Even though democracy is an interesting thing, I don't know if y'all, you know what I'm saying, want to go into that conversation, but there's a crisis right now for democracy, and that the crisis is that regular people want to have a voice and want to participate more in government. and the elite and the sophisticated people that run this don't think that that's good. So what do we witness? We're witnessing the weaponization of government, the military-industrial complex, government overreach. Those are the things that we're witnessing. So when we look at that, this is why so the people on the black people on the right, if we want to use that term, right, have this what everybody calls like conspiracy theorists perspective of government, but they're hypercritical of government, and they think the right is supposed to restore some type of republic. That's like a super general summarization to me of what the right is. And then there's super like sub components of it in factions, right? But Julius probably disagreed with what I said when I said that essentially that there's corruption in the government, and we think that a bigger problem than racism is the problem of corruption in the government. And we can either focus on racism, or we can focus on the fact that government is violating our constitutional rights, because that's a greater war, right? And that's probably a perspective Julius would agree with. And I don't disagree with that perspective. I just think we got to find the blend, because both are a problem at the same time.
Well, I will say this. I want to actually add on to what you said when it comes to the right. Something I noticed a lot too. You know, when Elon Musk started talking about freedoms, what did the right do? It was like, yes, thank God you can restore everything. I was like,
what did
I was like, really? Like, because so the point I'm
what
making is that
Lopez say?
Here, I'll pin it.
Whoa, do you see this comment?
I can't see the comments, man. You guys are like,
All
Whoa.
right, I'll take the heat. I'll read this one out loud. This is not me saying this, folks. This is a commenter.
Oh, shit.
It's always the half-breeds or non-American black folks creating the most chaos and divisiveness in this country. Again, not me. Not me. Don't take that to the bank on me.
Hey, what does that mean? Hey. Hey.
I don't even know, man. That's what I'm saying. People just say wild
Can
things.
I get a whoa? Is it just me, or is that not wild?
Nah,
Not joining because you have all the phones blocked.
They say wild
What?
things.
She's not. I don't have her blocked. If you were blocked,
Nobody
you
got
wouldn't be in here.
blocked. She wouldn't be in here, exactly.
Hey, Lopez, bro, what are you talking about?
She ain't blocked.
I can't see the comments, man. Well,
I think he's talking about the Sean Kings and the Africans that come here and like to push ridiculous narratives, and they sow seeds of chaos. If that's what he's talking about, then I will agree with that.
Hell no. Hey, he basically just got at all light-skinned brothers. Hey, that was a diss to Malcolm X.
Wait a minute, hold up.
That was a diss to Malcolm X.
Slow your roll. Pump the brakes.
Nah, hey, fuck
Yeah,
that.
he's the activist. Okay, he's talking about the Sean Kings and all that. Okay, that's a fact. I would agree with that.
And what was he saying again, Suni? What did you say he said?
He's talking about the people that support BLM and all these radical racial groups that just harp on nonsense and not the actual problem. Those people.
I mean, hey, listen, he's saying like, okay, so he said Boulay, agent provocateurs, and he know I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
But see, he that lets me know that he's encountered some information. But when you say half breeds, bro, are you calling me a muggle? Like, am I a part muggle? You know what I'm talking about? Like, bro, sound like Voldemort or something. Like all the half breeds.
Yeah, that's a
Like
strange
he a
choice
pure
of phrase.
blood or something.
Well, listen, I gotta get going, but I appreciate
Bye,
the
Julius.
conversation. So listen, just for the record, right? Just before I go, I'm trying to be like, he's weird. Just for the record, I love you guys. I like learning from you guys. I like talking to you guys. There's just things I just don't know. And I only feel the way I feel because of my everyday life that I just, you know what I mean? I just live and I just don't feel the way most people feel, but I like to learn to understand. So when I go out and talk to people, I can have this dialogue and bring it up and say, well, what do you think about this? Like, what's the solution to that? You know what I mean? That's all it is. So
It's
Nah,
all good, man.
you're my bro, man. Ain't no beef. I was just like, what? Julius
Man,
said,
I ain't got
what?
nothing but you know what I'm saying?
I know that I'm
Peace,
not the
love,
most,
respect for all y'all, man.
yeah, I'm not the most intellectual person, but I try to listen to
Hey, man,
something.
when you want to live with me, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and stop you every time you make a negative affirmation about yourself. Don't say that, man. You
Well,
are
there's things I don't know. I just don't
that
know.
don't make you not intellectual.
I mean, I'm black and slow. No.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Oh
I
my
knew where
Hey,
that
God.
was
Jesse
going.
Lee Peterson, let's go. I'm black as fuck, so explain to me again.
Hashtag
Yes.
black and slow. Hashtag. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, on the way out, real quick, Julius, on the way out, can you tell us who BLM was founded by?
A bunch of fat, black, radical lesbians.
Yeah, man.
All right, y'all. You guys have a good night. God bless you guys, and we'll definitely talk soon.
Happy
I don't
Dad Day,
condone
bro.
that
Keep
type of
killing it.
behavior.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right, watch this. Watch this. When Julius leaves, I'm gonna try to bring this Lolo person in. They said
I don't.
can't call.
Just for the records, I don't condone that.
What's that, buddy?
No, I'm just saying for the record, I don't condone it.
What
I know
the
it's a joke.
the black and slow thing?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a party pooper.
No, no. If you saw Jesse Lee Peterson say, you might find it a little more funny. But I hear you. I think he was just kidding.
He's trolling people.
Yeah. All right. Look,
Yeah,
I
I
just
know. I
invited
mean,
you in, Lolo. If you can, you should accept this, Lolo. If you decline, oh, there's she. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
All
I'm here.
right. Okay. So you said that you had a problem with Suni. If you'd like to address her, here's to please keep it respectful.
He's always talking shit. That's the problem.
Okay. Okay. But specifically, what are you
No, I
upset with?
heard you guys all talk shit about white supremacists. Like everyone that's white is fucking
So
racist.
that's not what we
You
said.
see
Keep in mind.
my tone, right? You see?
No, no,
alcohol is no
you don't know
good.
who I'm married to, though. Too. That's a problem.
I don't care who you're
Who
married
cares
to.
who you're
You're coming
married
in here
to?
getting heated. I'm
No,
just
it's
trying.
your comments that you made live that everyone
Nobody,
is that's white is racist. You guys
no,
made
we
that
didn't say
That
comment.
that.
no one
No,
said
we
that. No one
didn't.
said
Yeah,
that,
you
ma'am.
did. I
No,
fucking
we
saved
didn't.
it.
No, we didn't.
I
I've never
saved
said
it.
that. I have a large white
Well, I
following.
saved
I've
it too, and I'm
never
gonna
said
I
post
am
that.
it.
so
I'm gonna
sick
post
of
it after
you
this, and I'm gonna
Sunni
prove you
too
wrong. No one
thinking
said
that
that.
Oh,
everyone is
you.
racist.
I never said they were all racist.
No, you always say white
No.
people are fucking racist. I've
No,
been
I don't.
following
I don't
you
even
with
talk about
all
that.
girl. You have been fucking trying to hit me up with a million accounts that
That's
you
not
have.
me. That's a troll account.
I don't
Oh,
condone this.
really? From the
That's not
A-Rod's
What do
Sunni.
you
account?
mean?
Honestly, yeah,
From
Sunni gets a lot of.
A-Rod's account?
Listen,
A-Rod's
listen.
account.
What's
That's
that?
You've
not
been hitting
me.
me up from then.
No, I haven't. I don't even know you.
Yes, you have for a year,
Ma'am,
and I
ma'am,
fucking don't. I don't talk to
It's a little
you.
hostile
ma'am. Let
here,
me
Nick.
clarify. Sunni has a
I
lot of
don't
people
know
that
you.
make fake accounts with her
First of all,
name.
I'm not gonna talk to you up there because you think that everyone's fucking racist.
Ma'am, you just came on my live. Excuse me, show me a little
You
courtesy like I'm
you
showing you.
actually said I wouldn't cam up. Everyone
Well,
said I
I'm
wouldn't
surprised
cam
that you
up.
did,
I'm
but now that
here.
you're coming up, I'm regretting bringing you up because you got a mouth on you. Just chill out for a
I
second.
am. You know
That's
what?
not Sunni
Because
hitting
not
you
every
up.
white person is fucking racist.
I'm
I'm
white,
sick
you
of it.
dumbass.
I'm a dumbass now.
Just chill
Hey,
out
you,
for a
you
second,
do
woman.
realize that my husband
I'm
is
a
white.
dumbass.
You do
Acting like
realize
a
my
dumbass.
husband is.
Yeah, just chill
Hold on,
out.
hold on, hold on, hold on,
Oh,
hold on,
really?
hold on.
Hold up. She's been
My,
on
my
A-Rod's live a million times
who
and
got on
talked shit
A-Rod's
about
live?
white people, right?
I've never gotten
I
on
let that
A-Rod's live
shit go
talking
for
shit
a
about
long
white
time.
people.
You right there in the top, because I never go on live. You want to know something? You want to
Not
know
really.
something?
No, not really. But go ahead.
I'm getting off because
Look, I was being polite to you. You came in heated and then
no.
talking
I don't know,
sideways
bro.
to
She
me.
said I hit her up from a million profiles.
That
I don't
wasn't me,
even know that
folks.
lady.
She did. She did. She's drunk or
Never done
something,
that.
man. That woman's crazy. I'm glad she came up, but kind of not. Unreal. All right, DJ, if you're still around, you want to come in, I'm inviting you in, bro. You had something you wanted to say a while ago. I'm glad you're still here. But yeah, that's
I
crazy
had
talk.
nothing
Look,
but I had nothing but Janet Jackson for. I just can't sing, but I was
Yeah,
like, you're
man.
hitting that.
I knew you were eating that popcorn, drinking that drink, bro.
I'm over here eating sunflower seeds to the situation. Like, okay, this is interesting.
Man, hey, you know me, hey, just
Unreal.
hey, I made a late New Year's resolution, man. And it happened maybe about a month ago. I was absent. Y'all ain't seen me for about a whole month. Right? I would not participate in no negativity on Instagram. Zero. I'm silent. That's why I ain't had nothing to say. I was in the background. In the thunder and rain. Now, hey, that's all I got for you. I mean, cause what's the point, man? Like, I got on here to be, engaged in some good dialogue. I'm okay with dissenting opinions and listening to other perspectives. Like, that's healthy. That's good. That's a mental exercise. If I'm talking to intellectual people. But it's like when I want to get on here and no, because everybody does it. Like, nobody on this live at all
Calculating.
said that all white people were racist. Not
Nah,
even
she's
Right.
dumb as
somebody
fuck.
not
It's
even
just
relatively close.
no.
Yeah, I just wanted
Like
to air
Rick
her out
Ross
real
said.
quick and just like let her run away. That's how I block people. I just bring them on here and make them fucking expose themselves. But DJ, you had some stuff you wanted to say, man. Any thoughts? Happy Father's Day to your
Appreciate
pops or
it.
whoever. I don't think you're a pops, but
Yeah, I'm not, but I'll be one day. So putting that up in the
Hey, Mitch,
air.
man,
People
come on,
always
Mitch. Let's be peaceful, man.
right. Like
Let's be
it's. I
peaceful
mean,
today, Mitch.
Mitch taking shots, man. It's all good. He ain't giving up,
Mitchell,
but Mitch.
come on, that's my guy, man.
But hey, it's cool.
Mitchell
Like we're
is
gonna
my guy.
say, I just don't want to waste no time when it comes to these conversations. You know what I'm saying? Because we build, you know what I'm saying? We be having good conversations. We be getting on good topics. But yeah, just ignore all the negativity now.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's been a minute though. You know what I'm saying?
Out.
Hey, it's crazy though. I come back and I happen to be, engaged in a couple conversations surrounding the black plight, and I see they get real spicy. These lives, like, for some reason, it is. Do y'all realize how awkward and uncomfortable it is to talk about like black conditions in America
Yeah.
from a holistic perspective?
A little bit. That's why we're all sitting here dead silent.
Right. Yeah. I mean, put it this way. I learned a way to gauge strangers. There's certain things I could do. I could do nuances, and I could tell off gate. Number one, who you voted for. Number two, your moral compass and ideological structure, based on a few questions, just a few questions. What do you think about these gas prices?
Appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying? Just small shit. Gauge them, and then
Hey,
they can either tell you, yeah, this is crazy. I regret blah 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 voting for this dumb whatever the fuck, or they'd be like, you know what? Somebody got to figure it out. I don't know what to do, but I hope you preparing and woo woo. They be a prepper. Like it's easy to gauge people nowadays when it comes to certain things, but you can easily trigger people now. Also,
hey, you know
sensitive.
what I see, bro? Y'all and people gonna think I'm crazy. Like, oh yeah, bro, I've been watching The Matrix too much. But I really see an artificial reality, and
It's a matrix.
what I mean by that is it's manufactured. I see thought is manufactured, consent is manufactured, right? Religion is manufactured, political, everything is manufactured. And every time we get on this Instagram and we go live, bro, I treat this now like it's the Matrix. And if you remember that agents were able to turn into everybody. And and so you got to be mindful, bro, that the audience, whoever, we don't know who it is, maybe one of us up here, we don't know. You got to always operate like I'm in a game, a simulation, and the decisions that I make have consequences. And if I die in the Matrix, I could die in real life. Don't we see people who become so addicted to this social media that they base the quality of their existence on how people judge them on this? And if they lose that love of the people and popularity on here, then they become depressed in the real world, right? Bro, this thing is complex, bro. And so I believe that we have to be critical of surface level, low vibration, low frequency conversation. I think we should be constructive and objective, but I think we should be aggressively critical about dumb combos. Now, does that mean people can't have fun and shit around when they want to? Of course not.
Sure.
You gotta have a balance in life. But like these conversations should be serious. They should be substantial. You know what I'm saying? They should be purposeful.
So I always look at life like this, and I would advise everybody to do the same. Within 2 questions, and you can figure it out within 1 question, but I'd like to give people a benefit of the doubt if they screw up the first question. Within 2 questions, I'm trying to figure out if somebody's coming at me in good faith or bad. If somebody's coming at me in good faith, trying to actually have a dialogue, and I fucking get, let's say I ask them, they insult me or something off the bat. Most people, you can find out right there, that's bad faith. But I'm going to try to give them one more chance and extend some courtesy to them. Maybe they're having a bad moment or whatever. I don't care. I'm not going to take it personally. And then at that point, if they're still coming in bad faith, I'll cut them off swiftly, accordingly, sometimes funny, however you can do it, but just get them out of there, embarrass them, or stop communicating with them. Because you're wasting your energy.
Hey, you know what's crazy, Nick? You can't embarrass nobody more than they can embarrass themselves.
Great way to put it. My mom always used to say, you can never control how people treat you, but you can always control how you react.
Fact.
Yeah, because you know what it is? It's what you answer to. Is what you are in your subconscious mind. Motherfucker, a person call you a bitch, right? You as a man or individual or human being, you should stand on your 2 toes and say, I know I'm not a bitch. Why am I going to automatically react to that like a mental slave? That's what you should say. It is parameters for these things. I'm not stupid and I have common sense. I'm a practical guy. So don't lose me on this. But my point is, don't be a slave to certain things and end up writing invisible contracts with your heart that's going to respond with shit that's going to fuck up your life because you have these bondages that you're holding on to, these triggers. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, they looked at me the wrong way or whatever, and now I think we got to fight. You know what I'm saying? Do dumb shit. Just dumb shit, Bro,
pride. I don't let anybody work me up to that point, and I say it all the time. Look, you can say whatever you want. I can't be offended. I don't have that bone in my body because I don't care enough what anybody else thinks to get to me emotionally. That's just what it is. I'm not going to let anybody else upset me, period.
Yeah, because nowadays people out here, they'll try to shoot you in the middle of broad daylight over some road rage.
When keeping it real goes wrong. You guys remember that skit from Dave Chappelle?
Ooh. Yeah, when keeping it real goes wrong.
She's like, I don't like when people play on my phone. And she ends up like destroying the girl's car, and it was like a federal agent brother's car, and she ends up in the penitentiary.
Yeah.
That's a good example. Or when it's like, hey, Tanisha, good seeing you tonight. Now, Tommy had 2 choices at this moment. He could ignore the simple insult and walk away, or he could turn around and keep it real.
The boondoggle said,
little does he know the man that made the comment was a 10th degree black belt martial artist who tries to instigate in public to test his skills. I was just watching that yesterday, actually. But yeah, guys, this has been great. Any final thoughts, man? I'm going to jump out of here, too. I'm tired. This has been great. I think we need to have these kind of conversations much more often. And I'm thankful for you guys, who I all consider my friends, my digital friends. You know, as far as I could say them, like, you guys are all good people, and these are the comments or the discussions that will hopefully start bringing about some positive change in this world.
Yeah, man. Respect, bro. You know, I thank you for extending your platform to have real, unfiltered, dialogue where we can unpack some of the complexities of the issues that a lot of times we just want to talk on a very surface level about. So appreciate you, Nick.
My pleasure, man. Thank you.
Couldn't have said it better, Deontay. You know, appreciate you for letting me be a part of your platform, man. You're a cool dude, man. So.
Thank you, bro. Likewise. It means a lot.
Well,
All
yeah,
right.
man. On that note,
Tapping
Yeah.
out.
have a
For
good
all
night.
the alpha male dads out there, happy Father's Day. All you beta males, get a clue, get it together. You know, happy Father's Day to you too, I guess.
That ain't gonna happen, man.
Nah, you're right about that. Why waste my breath? All right, everybody. Thanks again.
All right, peace.
Peace, man.